Hi guys, welcome to class. This is going to be a reading session. I've attached the article to Verbling, but I'll send the article to you again, just in case you didn't manage to see this. So I'll just send this on the Verbling chat. It's an article entitled "Australians Unhappier Than the Whinging Pom Brits." So we're going to talk about this. It's kind of not so usual what we expect, but we're going to read about it, discuss the words, and see if actually it could be true. Yeah, so from my experience as a Brit, I'm not entirely sure if it is or not. Yeah, so yeah, we'll see about this. By the way, I'll take this opportunity also, guys, for those who don't know, I've also got a Facebook page, sorry. Yeah, so my name is Martin Stoner Verbling. Feel free to add me and we can communicate during the classes and stuff in between. Okay, we have Andrew. How are you?
Hey, fine, Martin. How are you doing?
Not too bad. Good to speak with you again.
Have you had a dinner?
Yes, I did. Why, can you see it on my mouth? Can you see it on my mouth? Can you see it? I hope not. Yes, I was just saying. I'm not joking. Okay, Damien, can you hear us?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, how are you?
I'm fine, by the way. Thanks.
It's the first time we've spoken, I think, yeah? So where are you from?
Yes, it's my first time on Verbling.
Wow, okay, so I hope it's a good experience for you, yeah? I hope you like it. Yeah. Okay, so good to meet you, Damien. And we've also got Mohammed. Hi, Mohammed. Can you hear us? Okay, we can't hear you just yet. Just check that your mic is not muted, and we can come back to you, okay? Okay. In that case, right, did you manage to see the topic, Andrew? Andrew?
Yeah, I can see the topic.
Okay, can everyone see who's in the class so far? The article that I sent to you.
Sorry?
Can everyone see the article? So I copied and pasted it into the Verbling chat box, but I'll do it again, okay? So I'll send it again. You should all be able to see it now in the message box. For those who can't, I'll also put it in Google Chat, okay? So 1 second. So you should be able to see this article. We're going to read this and discuss this. That's going to be the topic. But before we do that, we have Bain in the chat. Bain, are you there? Okay, in between, we have Igor. How are you, Igor?
Hi, I'm doing well. How about you?
Good to see you again. Good to see you again. Not too bad. We've got Abdul. Okay.
Hello, how are you, sir?
Perfect. Not too bad. Not too bad. How are you, sir?
Hi to everyone in the class.
So, okay, so Abdul says hi. Say hi back. We've also got Sarah.
Yes, hi.
Nice to speak with you. We have spoken before, haven't we, Sarah?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, could you remind me where you're from?
I'm from Tunisia.
Tunisia, perfect. And we have Man. Well, Man, you tried to teach me the other day how to say this name, but Man, yes, he's gone. Okay, so, and also Bain, can you hear us now? Okay, really quickly before we get started.
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect, nice to speak with you. Where are you from? Hello?
I'm from Serbia.
Serbia, did you say?
Can you hear me?
Yep, sure. Did you say from Serbia? Serbia.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, the first person I've spoken to on Verbling from Serbia.
Serbia.
Okay, so that's interesting. The first person I've spoken to on Verbling from Serbia. Okay, we also have Batia.
Hello, teacher.
How are you today?
I'm fine, and you?
Perfect, not too bad, not too bad. I remember speaking, we spoke a couple of days ago, maybe a week ago or something. So good to see you again. And okay. Marcia is back. Marcia is back.
Marcia is back?
Marcia is back. Yeah. Hi, Marcia. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Very well. There's a little of sunshine today.
A little, yeah, which is good for Wales and the UK. Good for the UK. Okay, so cool. Anyone else? I think that covers about everyone. Okay, we're going to have a look at an article today. It's going to be a reading session. I've copied and pasted the link into the Verbling chat. Did everyone manage to open this? Can everyone see this?
Yes.
Okay, great. If you can't, I'm going to share my screen. We're going to have a look at this so everyone who's watching can also see this. It's entitled Australians Unhappier Than Whinging Pom Brits. So, who would like to make a start with reading this? Who would like to... Yes, please, Igor.
Australians have been forced to abandon their traditional taunting
Yep.
of Britons as whinging
Whinging.
poems. After a survey found they were less happy despite enjoying growing wealth and a much stronger economy.
Igor, what did you understand so far? Or any words you didn't understand as well?
That Australians are unhappy that Britons.
According to this survey, yeah? I feel
Yes.
very smug reading this, but let's read on further, yeah? Because it's not necessarily true, yeah? So, but let's read on. Okay, so in terms of vocab, yeah? So, forced to abandon. What does this mean? Abandon.
To leave, forced to leave.
Let's go.
To let go, forget, basically, yeah? So forget.
To give up.
Yeah, so of course there's stereotypes, there's national stereotypes, and one of the Australian stereotypes about British people is that we're whinging poms. Does anyone know what this means? Crikey, they're whinging poms, mate. I don't know what they say, but whinging poms. What does it
Arrogant.
mean to whinge?
No?
Sorry?
Am I right?
Complain.
Yep, sure, yep, it's complain, but what did you say, Andrew? Sorry.
No, I said arrogant. No?
No. To whinge is like to complain.
Complaining British person.
Okay.
Complaining British miserable idiot kind of thing. Yeah? So pom it's just their name for us. We call them the Aussies. They call us the Poms. We call the New Zealand people the Kiwis. Yeah. So and the Americans we call the Yanks. Yeah. So we all have different names for each other in English-speaking countries. We have one word to describe them. Yes. We say the Aussies for the people from Australia, the Kiwis for the people from New Zealand, and the Yanks for people from America. Okay, so whinging just means to whine, yeah? So to whinge is to complain, oh, it's not fair, oh, everything's bad, yeah? You understand? That's to whinge. Okay, Abdul, do you like to whinge?
Do I like to whinge?
Do you like to whinge?
Sometimes, I complain, but I mean, not really. No. I mean, I don't like to complain.
Okay, who does like to whinge? So, Marcia, do you like to have a good whinge?
I complain a lot about the weather. It's
Has this changed since you've moved to Wales?
yes. It just started when I came to Wales.
Okay, and I have to say, I don't know, I don't want to speak for every British person, but we do like to whinge. We like to complain about things. We like to complain about the weather, we like to complain about everything, yeah? Would you agree, Marcia? Would you agree that the British are a nation of whingers?
Oh, I found a lot of people here.
We
who
are, okay? I'm
likes-
just going to say, we like to whinge. So this stereotype, I would say, okay, it's not for everyone, but I would say
Max.
on the whole, I would say it's pretty true, yeah? So, but does everyone understand this, yes? So, Bane, do you understand the word whinge, to whinge?
Yes, I understand. Definitely, yeah.
Okay. Do you like to whinge?
Not really. I wouldn't. I wouldn't say so.
You're not a whinger, yeah? But Damien, if you
Yes.
were to win, what would you whinge about? What kind of topics would you whinge about?
I would choose some politics topics.
That's a common one, yeah. So, look at them. They're so bad. Oh, they're stealing the money. Or that's whinging, yeah. So that's whinging. Igor, what would you like to whinge about, and do you like to whinge?
No, I definitely don't like to whinge. How to say, all in myself. I keep all in myself.
Keep everything to yourself, yeah. You don't like
Yes.
to talk about it so much, yeah.
Because this doesn't nothing change. How to say that?
It doesn't change anything.
Yes, it doesn't change anything for me.
Yep.
This whinging.
Partly we do it also because of Marcia, yeah? You know about small talk? Marcia?
Yes, it's a way to start some conversations here. It's a habit.
Yeah.
It's normal to start complaining about something. Most of the times about the weather. It's something everyone do every time here. You became used to do the same, but I think it's not very positive.
It's never positive. The thing is, it's small talk. And those who don't know, Marcia is living in the UK at the moment. She's become quite an expert, yeah, from the sounds of it. There's a thing called small talk that's quite important to our culture, to our interaction with other people. Does anyone know what this means? What small talk is? So, Mohammed, do you know what small talk is? Small talk.
Like
I'll write this down.
Like gossip or something?
Not so much gossiping, just kind of like small conversations, talking with strangers.
Yeah, like I don't know, like a chat or something. And
So, for example, you're in the supermarket, yeah, and the cashier, the worker, says something like, "Oh, it's raining outside here. Oh, again," and then you have to have a conversation with strangers, like the cashier or the bus driver or someone that you wouldn't normally have a conversation with. It's polite to have a conversation with, but the easiest way of doing that is to complain. So we do this as a way of you don't want to talk about serious things like politics, but talking about the weather is a good way to start a conversation because everyone has an opinion. Yeah? It's an easy topic. So it's very, very important for those who go to the UK. Abdul, how is it in America? Does it exist, this kind of idea of small talk?
Yeah, definitely.
And how does it work there? What kind of topics would you talk about and how would you start small talk?
Same thing about the weather, about, little things, like if you go to a gas station, so, I mean, you may talk a little bit with the cashier about something, like about anything. I mean, any topic, just, little few sentences,
Yeah, but it's very rude, for example, if you don't talk, yeah, to the cashier.
Yeah.
Even something, unless you're very busy, yeah, you should start something, or they would start something, just to fill the awkwardness. Particularly if you're buying a lot of things and you've got to wait there for a long time, it can be, and with the hairdresser, it's a big thing with the hairdresser. You've got to talk about holidays, you've got to talk about, to be honest, I don't like it all the time, yeah, so it can get a bit much.
Yeah, little things like, like about the days off. Oh, I'm, tired, just got off from work, happy to go home, those kind of conversation,
Just like small conversations, small talk, yeah?
Yeah.
Andrew, how is it in Russia with small talk? Would you talk with the cashier or the taxi driver?
No. As for me, I try not to have any small talk with unfamiliar people.
Okay, yeah, so it's not so common. Bain, what would you say in your culture?
I would say we do that. We usually talk about weather conditions, which is a common popular theme. And I would say it's you can find it in every culture almost. All the people are interested in weather conditions, so it doesn't have necessarily to be, kind of formality.
Yeah.
So it's not bad idea, to speak about weather at the same
general.
beginning.
The thing is, you have to, I would say, from what I've observed, you have to complain about something because you basically, on the first encounter with someone, you don't want to say to them, oh, your life's perfect. Yeah. So if everything's going well or the weather's good today, you don't want to say that because it's rude on the first encounter. You don't want to say, oh, actually, everything's going well with my life. There's nothing to complain about. You should always complain about something. Yeah.
Why you should complain in small talk? I don't understand this quite well.
It's because you don't understand the person and you don't want to appear maybe more satisfied than that person.
Could you give me an example of opener for small talk
Okay,
with
so
complaining?
We'll do it with Abdul or Marcia. Abdul, you come to my shop, okay? You're the customer. So we'll do role play, yes? So I don't know how it was, or maybe, I don't know, yeah? We'll see if it's different in America. You come up to me. Who starts the conversation, the cashier or the customer usually?
Most of the time, like, when you go to the shop, so the cashier will ask you, hey, how you doing? So, I mean, if you are, not in a mood, like, tired or, like, just say, oh, hanging in there.
Yeah, you can't offend them, though. You can't say, for example, oh, you look tired, yeah? Because you don't know them. It's got to be things like, it's something like, oh, have you had a busy day? Something like that, maybe. You could say, okay, let's do it, Abdul or Marcia. So you walk into my shop. Hi, beep, 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 beep. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's snowing today. Have you seen it? Oh, it's causing havoc, Oh, I had really difficulty getting into work this morning.
Yes, it's exactly that every day.
The same
But
every
it's
day.
very nice. I like it because you have the opportunity to hear a lot of people talking. It's not important subjects, but for me, it's very funny.
Yeah. So it'd say something common that everyone knows about. For example, did you see the football game last night?
Football, rugby, and in this case, they talk a lot about rugby.
Because everyone knows about these topics, really, most of the time. Did you see if it's a big football game? Did you see the football game last night? Didn't we do well? Or weren't we terrible? And then they would say something like, oh, yeah, did you see him at the front? And then it would be like a conversation like this. And it's a way, actually, of getting in contact with people, because sometimes the world can be a lonely place. And if you start a conversation really, really lightly like this, if you find them an interesting person, you can say things like, oh, yeah, okay, that's interesting. Do you come here that often? Oh, okay, that's nice. Yeah, nice to see you. And it's a way of meeting people, making friends, actually. Yeah, so I would say it's quite common.
In my point of view, it's more productively to start with small talk without complaining, because I think if someone will come and start complaining, I would think that I don't like this person who complains, because I do not complain. So I expect another people to do not complain.
But it's about you don't want to appear too content with your life, because you don't. We could just say to each other, "Oh, everything's great. I got a bonus today." We could start a topic like this, saying,
yes, but you could start.
I'm going on holiday.
Look what snowy it's. How to say? You said that it's snowy, yes, outside, yes.
Yeah.
Look what's snow outside. Isn't it beautiful? You can say.
Because that might have annoyed that person, yeah? We say a complaint because that snow may have annoyed someone, and if you say to them, oh, isn't it wonderful, that would offend them. So it's a way of avoiding offense to complain, to get to the lowest level first, and if they appear happy, you change your way of talking. So if they say, oh, actually, it's quite nice. Well, yeah, it's not too bad, yeah, but it's been a bit much. So you adjust your way of speaking, but you don't want to seem happy with anything, just in case that person is not happy and you can't interact well. Yes, it's about politeness, I would say.
The another people will not agree with you.
Yeah, you don't want to offend them.
Everyone doesn't like the weather here, so it's easy to talk in the negative way.
Yeah.
It's a culture. It's the way they speak. It's something they do a lot. I think all the life So it's
Take
it's
common
only
opinion. It's best in this kind of situation to take the common opinion, not necessarily your own opinion. For me, for example, I don't mind the rain in the UK, but I wouldn't say in small talk, "Oh, isn't it wonderful? It's raining today." Yeah, so it's not the common opinion. So you can't, maybe if they have a different opinion, you can't interact with them so comfortably, yeah, because they're thinking in their head, "Oh, actually, I don't like it," but they don't want to say to you, "Oh, actually, I don't like the rain," to disagree with you. They're more like, "Oh, yeah, actually, it's not so bad," and that's an uncomfortable conversation because people are lying, yeah. So you just get to a level, a common level which everyone knows about, and then you build up the conversation from there. And usually that's why we complain. Really, we don't really want to complain. We're not negative people. It's just a way of starting a conversation, an easy way.
Okay, I was taught
complaining. Yeah, come to
not
London
complaining. It's do not complain. So I read a lot of books. I do not know. It's different what I understand.
Okay, yeah, so it's interesting. Guys, how is it in your countries? Yes, this is away from my country, but would this happen in your country, Mohammed? Yes, so does it sound weird for you?
No, it's exactly the same here in Kuwait. The people complain all the time. It's an easy way to start a conversation, I guess, here in Kuwait. They usually complain about the weather. The weather is always hot.
Too hot. Oh, no.
Yeah, okay, and mainly about the politics, you know, okay, and about the work. Everybody is unsatisfied with his job here.
Yep, you shouldn't so much talk about your job in small talk or politics, yeah? You should always talk about something very innocent, very neutral. If you start saying, "Oh, did you hear what David Cameron said last night?" This is not a good thing to do in small talk. As such, I would say. Marcia, would you agree? Marcia?
Yes, I
topics
agree.
to avoid, yeah? Topics to avoid, politics, and things like jobs. You don't want to talk about how happy you are or miserable you are with your job.
But you start with complaining, and after that you're adjusting, like you said, no?
Yeah.
You're adjusting. So you will start with Cameron, he will say, "I like Cameron," and you will another politics.
But you would have to link it. For example, if you're talking about the weather, it's snowing. Oh, I couldn't. Then, for example, you might say, "Oh, I couldn't take my children to school this morning." Oh, you have children. How old are they? Then they'll say, "Oh, they're this age." Oh, I also have children this age. Which school do they go to? And you can see how it builds up. Yeah, but you've got to talk really generally, very neutrally. Yeah.
I mean, in general, the topics, you know, like in small chit chat, weather, traffic, sports,
yeah,
and you know, like how you feeling? You're tired. You just coming back from work. Are you going home? You know, those kind of things.
It's been a long day, you can say. Yeah, this is a common one. Oh, yeah. It's been a long day today.
Long day for me. I'm looking for. Yep.
Like that kind of thing. Yeah. It can get annoying. Yeah. As a British person, I don't know if Marcia finds this, but it can get annoying sometimes because if you are really tired. And you go into shop, you just want to buy things to go. You don't necessarily want to have this kind of conversation, but you have to, yeah, to be polite. But Sarah, how is it in your country?
Well, in Tunisia, it's a little bit different because I guess people don't have much time to have this kind of talk. But if you want to listen or to have this kind of complaints, you need to write a taxi. A cab. The most talkative and complaining persons are the taxi drivers here. They don't stop complaining.
Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, you're enclosed in the taxi. You can't escape.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if you don't want to talk about something, especially about politics, you'll find yourself like trapped. And
yeah. So it can be difficult, but would this annoy you? For example, I like it, sometimes I like it because it's really polite, it's a nice way of avoiding the awkwardness, but sometimes I just don't feel up for it, you know? So would this annoy you, Sarah, if you had this?
Well, yes, especially in the morning when I'm going to my work and I ride a taxi, it will be annoying for me to start such a conversation.
Yeah.
It's not a good way to start the morning anyway. It's not about politics. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Interesting. Okay, what would you say, Andrew? As you said, taxi drivers complain in all countries.
Yes. For example, in Russia, taxi drivers complain about road conditions.
Okay, so they're like, oh, look at the road. Yeah, things like that. Yeah, it's very similar then in that case.
They have to spend money on cars because of roads, or bad roads.
Okay, yeah. So it links well. So that's the kind of thing. That's how you start it. It's worth noting that London is an exception. Yeah, London, the really big cities, the busy cities. You wouldn't go into a shop like Tesco or something on the go and start a conversation. It's usually an exception in London, but in the smaller cities, in the normal towns where most people live, then it's so. Yeah, and I guess it's the same in New York, Abdul. Yeah, if you compare New York with your city. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot say anything about the New York though.
Although they do things like have a nice day and all this
But
kind of stuff.
yeah, should be same like compared to London, because I mean, yeah, we can compare London and New York. I mean, you're right.
So yeah, it's usually busier. Although yeah, the smaller traders and stuff usually talk. Usually,
Exactly, yeah.
I have to say, Abdul, the Indians are very good at small talk. Yeah, they're usually quite good at this. So they've mastered that quite well. But anyway, okay. So any last opinions before we move on? So that was to whinge, yeah, and to complain. It means the same thing. So okay, let's go on. Taunting, to taunt someone. What does this mean?
It means to make fun of somebody.
Yeah, to make fun of, to keep reminding someone of something. For example, if I said to you, Adre, all Russians drink vodka all the time and play with theirs, and if I kept saying,
and I would say that's just a stereotype.
yeah, okay, but that's a taunt. If I kept saying that to you, you're thinking, oh God, oh God. Yeah, it's too much. So that's a taunt, yeah? So Australians say, whinging poms. We like to whinge, and I would say it's true. In small talk. Okay, so after a survey found they were less happy despite enjoying growing wealth and much stronger. What's a survey, guys?
Survey it means when somebody is asked a question about the specific topic. Yes or no? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
so
they analyze answer of 100 people or amount of people, and they has conclusion on this.
Yeah. Okay.
It has to do with statistics.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they do some research. They find out about you, what your life is like, and they ask questions. Then they analyze the statistics. What Sarah said.
Yes.
Okay. So found they're less happy despite enjoying growing wealth and a much stronger economy. What does this mean?
Despite, it means despite, in spite of. Yeah.
It's difficult to describe, I guess. Yeah. Despite, basically, Australia is getting very rich. They're wealthier and they've got a better economy. Yeah. So despite this, they are less happy. Yeah. Even though the economy is much better than the UK's economy, arguably, they are less happy according to this survey. Yeah, so it's not, to be honest, I'm struggling to believe this, but let's see, okay? Maybe the grass is always green on the other side. But let's read then the first paragraph. Was everything else quite clear? So wealth, yeah, we've had this a couple of times recently, this word, wealth.
Yes.
Richness.
What does this mean? Richness,
Money.
yeah. To be honest, I would have said on this article, despite enjoying growing wealth, a much stronger economy, and much better weather. I'd have made that a big factor. But yeah, okay. Let's go into the first paragraph, please. Who would like to read?
Me.
Yes, please.
Okay. A new survey by the National Australia Bank has found Britons rated their lives as more satisfying, happier, and more worthwhile than Australians.
Okay, would you like to read the next bit as well?
Okay. The survey prompted commentators to declare that Australians, whose economy is the strongest in the developed world, were officially the bigger whingers.
Whingers, yeah, to whinge.
Yeah,
okay,
whingers.
so National Australia Bank, that's just some bank or whatever. It's found Britons. Britons is another way of saying British people, but it's usually in newspaper articles. I wouldn't say, oh, I'm a Briton. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I would say I'm an English person, I'm British. But that's another way of saying it, yeah? So Britons, as in the people of Britain. Rated their lives. To rate something as, what does that mean?
Right to say that our
Kind of
life is
put in some
measured.
scale.
Measured.
Classify.
Yeah.
They consider their lives. They rate their lives. For example, rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 is the highest one. That's to rate it, yeah? To rate.
And also, I think rate means to evaluate something.
Okay.
Is it right?
Sorry?
Is it right, sir?
What's right, sorry?
To evaluate something.
To evaluate, yeah, to rate it, to evaluate. Yeah, so it's very similar, yeah, to consider, in the context it said, they rated their lives. They considered, if they were asked the question, how satisfied are you? They would have said more, they said more satisfied, yeah, so than Australians said. They rate their lives as more satisfying. They consider that it doesn't mean to say that their lives are better because the economy is worse. So in Australia, maybe they have more money, better weather, but their personal opinion on their life, they rate it higher, according to the survey. But I don't know if it's true, yeah. But let's have a look. As more satisfying. What does this mean? To be satisfied by something.
To feel good about it.
Happy.
To feel content. To feel at ease. Yeah. To feel okay. Happier and more worthwhile. What does this mean?
Worth.
Yeah, there's more worth to it, but what does that mean? What kind of? Yeah, can you give examples? Of worth what? Yeah, sorry.
For example, this car is worth to buy.
More valuable, yeah, as in their life is more, so
Important.
to say, not necessarily indulgent, but they feel satisfied. It doesn't link to money. This doesn't link to money. They feel good about what they're doing. They're happy with their job. They're happy with their family. They just think their life has a value to it. It doesn't mean about money. It's not all about money. Yeah. So basically, they're saying that they value their lives more, according to this. Which we'll debate this in a minute. Yeah. So for me, it's interesting to read this because it's not what I would have thought. But yeah, let's see. Okay. The survey, someone read this, prompted to prompt something. What does this mean?
To give a hint, yeah.
Encourage something to start, yeah? So prompted commentators to declare that Australians, basically they saw the results of the survey, and by seeing these results, they then branded Australians as actually bigger whingers than the British. Yeah, so this encouraged them. For example, if you lost your job, this will prompt you to find another job, to look for another job. Yeah, one event causes another event. It prompts something.
To hint. Is it the same like to hint? To tip, to give somebody a tip, to hint. Close, it's quite similar, yeah? Not
yeah,
exactly.
It can hint to this fact, but prompts means going from A to B. A happens, so then you move to B. The survey happened, so then they jumped to their conclusion. Yeah, they got the results, then they concluded something from this. The survey prompted this conclusion. If, for example, people stop, I don't know, yeah. Oh. Okay, there's something going on with, yeah, what did you say? Yeah, so something with North Korea. North Korea has threatened America, which will prompt America to take action. Yeah? If North Korea didn't threaten, there'll be no action from America. If this survey didn't happen, there'll be no conclusion about Australians from this. Yeah, you need one thing to get the other thing. Yeah, it prompts it. Leads to, yes, thank you, Igor. Leads to. Something leads to a conclusion, it leads to.
You give us 2 examples and I deduct word lead to.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so it prompts, it leads to. Yeah, I would say that's okay. Thomas, you've joined us.
Yes, hi everyone.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Cool, not too bad, not too bad. We
Okay.
spoke yesterday, I think, yeah?
Yes, probably.
Okay, so Thomas, you're from Czech Republic.
No, from Poland.
Poland, sorry. No, that's another Thomas.
It's
I'm
not
sure I
far
spoke-
away from Czech Republic. So.
No, I spoke with the Thomas, I'm sure, from Czech Republic. Okay, anyway, Thomas, welcome. I don't know if you followed what we're talking about, yeah? So I don't know if you managed
Yes,
to see the article.
I have opened this article.
Okay, so we'll continue discussing, then we'll jump to you in the meantime. Anyone else who sneaked in? I don't think so. Okay, so that was prompt. Okay, I guess that's quite clear. Any questions on that? Yeah?
Martina, can I say like a student gave a prompt to his classmate?
Gave a hint to, yeah? In that case, that would be a hint. Yeah, that's another example. But if, for example, your class, okay, yeah. So that's another one. A prompt is a hint. A prompt, but to prompt is more to lead, but it can. Oh, that's complicated. To prompt is just to lead. Yeah. So, for example, your government, if they make a decision, this could prompt a reaction from the people, good or bad. Yeah. So this would cause the reaction. This would lead to the reaction. But give me a prompt, hint to me. Yeah. Give me a clue. That's another meaning. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No worries, no worries. Okay, in that case, let's go back. Commentators. Yeah, what does that mean? What's a commentator?
A person who comments on events.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so someone who makes a comment to declare the Australians to declare something.
To say.
To say, yeah.
I'm declaring that. Yeah, it's to say in a very bold and loud way, almost.
No.
Yep. To announce, yeah, to announce, to say, I declare that, yeah. Maybe this person was very proud of this fact, maybe, I don't know. Okay, so whose economy is the strongest in the developed world? Basically, Australia has the best economy out of all the developed countries. I don't know if you knew this, but the economy is doing amazingly well. The minimum wage there is something like $18 or something per hour. You know, it's crazy it's doing so well.
$18, oh my god.
Australian dollars, I think, yeah? So my friend said it's something like 18 Australian dollars or 16 Australian dollars, which maybe is 13 US dollars or something, I'm not sure, but it's a lot of money, actually. Yeah? It's much better than the UK, much better than America, the minimum wage. But okay, strongest in the developed world, yeah, just as in developed countries, we're officially the bigger whingers. Okay, as in we discussed to whinge. Question, do you think this is true? Not about comparing British with Australians, but would you be whinging if you lived in Australia? Personally, I'd like to think I wouldn't whinge if I lived in Australia. I think the life is pretty good there, from my impression. But what do you say, Abdul?
I think if we look at the figures, and the figures are totally, different. Like, better economy, better life, better weather. So, what else you need,
Yeah, they get more jobs. Maybe the unemployment rate maybe is 5%, I've heard.
Yeah, but the one thing is, like, I know that the cost of living is very high. I know about that.
So although they get more money, does it mean they're better off? That's
yeah, the cost of living is very, very high. I know that.
Yeah. Okay. So I've heard, for example, $1.50 for a lime or something. Yeah. So, yeah. But okay, what would you think, Andrew? Yeah. So, do you think if you lived in Australia, if you're an Australian, you would whinge? Would you think your life was not good, not worthwhile?
I think I wouldn't be whinger, yeah, or
I wouldn't whinge, yeah, I wouldn't whinge.
I wouldn't whinge, yeah.
Yeah, so it's interesting, yeah, but I don't think I would. Igor, what do you say?
It depends on what I think where I would live in Australia and what state. The states or a province?
Australia. I don't know. Yeah, so I guess.
No, Victoria. I mean,
like New South Wales, Queensland. and stuff. I don't know what they're called.
Yes, and if I would live, I think, it's my point of view, in Sydney area or in Melbourne area, capitals, I mean big cities, I would not whinge. But if I would live in another areas, maybe there are smaller opportunities for a job, maybe, I think, but I'm not sure. And also the weather is hot in some areas in Australia. It's very hot. It's 35 degrees.
Yeah, so
Or
it's,
40 degrees. So
it's too hot. So they have the opposite problem to us. Yeah?
yes, it's too and practically all year. Only in summer is how to say, is colder.
Colder,
It's
yeah.
hard to
So,
say.
yeah, it's
Cooler.
cooler. You could say, or cold. Yeah, it depends. You could say cooler in the. in the
But
summer.
also it's warm. It's warm. It's 25
case,
degrees.
cooler.
Yes, it's not like here 0 degrees or 10 degrees, but it's 25 when they have winter.
But I have an Australian friend. This is one thing I'd say. So I have an Australian friend from Sydney. She comes to Europe every year, and she's desperate to live in Europe. She really wants to live in Europe because she prefers the snow. And for me, I'm saying to her, what the hell? Why? They have the beaches, they can surf. I don't understand it myself, yeah. And for me, I'm saying I prefer the sun, yeah. So we're saying, okay, let's just swap, yeah. But Marcia, lots of British people want to move to Australia, yeah. Have you picked this up? Yeah. So lots of people are interested to. They don't always, but they want to, yeah.
No, yeah, there's a lot. I know some families who which has some relatives in Australia, and they think a lot because the hot, the warm weather. I think it's hard today to stay okay with the weather. It's too much different.
At least you can put a raincoat on in the UK if you're cold. You can't take your skin off if it's hot, I guess. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. So that's one point, I guess. But Sarah, but what about you, Marcia? Did you ever consider going to Australia?
No, I have a friend who consider each winter here.
Yeah.
Australia, we talked about, but I'm thinking in some place a little with medium temperatures, nothing too high.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I guess you're from originally a very hot country anyway. So
No, my town, the minimum is 14 degrees and the maximum 32,
It's hot.
33.
It's hot.
It's not so hot and
hot.
not so cold. It's a very, very good, very nice climate, I think.
I bet you miss it. Yeah. I bet.
Yeah, I miss a lot.
Okay,
But the Brazil is huge. There's snow on south, and there's the desert in another places.
Yeah.
40 degrees. It's normal on the north. So I was lucky because I was in the middle.
Okay, yes, so it goes from one extreme to the other, yes, you're saying, yeah. So now you're in Wales, but yeah, let's not talk about the weather. Okay, let's not complain, let's not whinge, yeah. So we don't need small talk anymore, Marcia. We know each other. Sarah, okay, what would you say about living in Australia? Would you say it's a hard life for them?
I don't know exactly. I don't have enough information to say that, but to start with, I guess having a strong economy does not mean necessarily to live happy or to have happy life. Maybe they are complaining about other problems way than financial problems.
Pressure, yeah. So if it's all about money, then if it's turning away from this kind of ideal, nice life by the beach, like we imagine, and now it's all about it's competitive about money. Maybe that it's the stress. Maybe I don't know. Yeah, but Tomasz, what would you say? Yeah, so about Australia. Have you ever considered going to Australia?
I think about it, but only a few times. But when you said that I can earn $80 per hour, it's
18,
very
yeah,
tempting.
18. I think 18 Australian. Yes, I've heard.
Australia, so it's very tempting. But and weather also I like the weather, which is important. But the problem is that it's far away. It's out on antipodes of my country, the other side of Earth, so it's far away. And but if I would have a family there, and maybe I would go there.
That's the thing, yeah. So it depends who you've got. By the way, I made a mistake. It's $16, yeah. So $15.96. I just checked on this. Yeah, and that's the thing. And also, it is very far away, yeah. So this is one thing my friend gets annoyed by. They earn this money, but she has to, if she wants to travel somewhere, she has to spend a lot of money on the air ticket. Yeah, so actually, although the salaries are higher, if they want to have the same kind of quality of life as in travel and do things, they have to spend a lot more money because it's so far away. Yeah, so that's one thing. So it's actually, guys, it's 16 Australian dollars, which I don't know how that translates and if it makes a difference. But yeah, okay. So Abdul, did you ever consider going to Australia?
No, not really.
No, yeah. So I guess it's similar in California in terms of the weather, in terms of the
weather. I mean, weather is such a good weather in California. I mean, you cannot compare California weather to anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
sunshine,
sun comes out, almost every day, and I mean, perfect, temperature, perfect weather, I mean,
I want to go.
I mean, if weather is your top priority, so the California is the place for you.
Yeah, let's get the head office guys at Verbling to get all the teachers together in California. I think that'd be a nice thing.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the text. Okay, so I can imagine California being somewhere that is pretty special. And do many people whinge though in California about their lives? Yeah. Do you think people in California are satisfied with their lives on the whole?
Are you asking me specifically about the weather or different?
Generally.
Generally.
The weather plays a part, of course, but generally about everything, economics, but also like their family life or everything that makes a person happy. Yeah. So, what would you say?
I mean, like from last 5-6 years, because of the economic meltdown, like people are, complaining about the quality of life. But I mean, right now the things are, getting better again, like unemployment is coming down, and I mean, like, but still people are not satisfied with the recovery, so I mean, still people are, complaining, but, like, I think it will take time, like, it will take time, I mean, like, let's say the things are, getting better, but I mean, the people, like, I still have, problems about, like house, about jobs, about, different stuffs, so I mean, it will take time.
The thing is, though, that's the thing. I think it's natural, when economics are not good, that links to people's, satisfaction and stuff. But this is why I don't understand, because in Australia, their economics are very good, and they have the weather and they have the lifestyle, yeah? So you can understand, okay, in California, if people are a bit peed off because of the economy at the moment. But this is what I don't understand about this, yeah? So I don't know, yeah? So, interesting. But anyway, let's continue with this. Let's continue reading a bit more. Who would like to read the next bit?
Can be me?
Yes, please. Yes, please. So from so it's official.
So it's official. Australians have overtaken the Poms in the Whinging stakes, wrote Michael Pascoe, in the Sydney Morning Herald. Never mind, Australia being an island of great relative prosperity, calm, sorry, prosperity, calm and opportunity in a stormy sea of development, a developed world recession and austerity, the spirit of
I don't know what this is, Hanrahan or something, I don't know.
is strongly up upon the land.
Okay, maybe, could someone else read this last paragraph, then we'll discuss. I think this will be the last bit we read. Would someone else like to read the final paragraph, the next one? Okay, we'll say...
I can read.
Yeah, please, Abdul. Yeah.
The survey of 1,007 Australians found that compared with a similar survey carried out by the ONS in Britain last year, Australians recorded weaker scores in the satisfied life, worthwhile life, happy yesterday, not anxious yesterday, and overall well-being categories.
Okay, yeah. So let's go. We'll try and get to some kind of conclusion. There is some more about this and why the British people are happier, according to this. Yeah, we'll read this in a minute. Okay, so but I'll just go over some words very, very quickly because we're running out of time. Mistakes, I think that's okay. Never mind Australia being an island of great relative prosperity. What does this mean, relative prosperity?
Yes.
Relative prosperity.
For example.
In comparison, yeah? So
in comparison with another countries, they are very well.
Yeah, so in comparison with other developed countries, in comparison with America and UK and these kind of, it's relatively prosperous, as in more prosperous. The economics are better. So calm and opportunity basically there's a lot of opportunity in Australia. It's still it's developed country, but it's a new country still, you know, so there's a lot of land, there's a lot of resources to take advantage of. If you go there, they say it's like maybe a new land of opportunity like America was and still arguably is, yeah? So calm and opportunity in the stormy sea of developed world, recession and austerity. Austerity, what does this mean? Abdul? You know?
I mean, I know the word, but like, you know, I can't explain it.
I can't.
Strict economy.
Strict economy, yeah? So austerity meaning cutting back, yeah? Tightening up the purse strings, spending less money, yeah? So we're not as prosperous, yeah? So a bit poorer than before maybe, yeah? So that's austerity. It's not poverty, but yeah, worse than before.
Reducing budget.
Sorry?
Reducing the budget.
Reduced in the budget, yeah? So we can't spend as much as before. That's austerity. Okay, the spirit of Hanrahan. I've never heard of this. Has anyone heard of this? Maybe it's some legend or something, Australian folklore or something. Don't know. Anyway, yeah, strong upon the land. The survey weaker scores, I guess that's quite clear. Satisfied. So these were the categories that Australians scored lower at. When they were asked how satisfied they are with their life, they scored lower. How worthwhile their life is, as in how valuable they find their life is, and how happy they were yesterday and how anxious they were yesterday, rated lower, yeah? So, and overall well-being. Anxious, yeah? To be anxious, do you know? To be anxious. Guess that's quite clear. Okay, so it's saying here, Britons appear to be happier despite a higher unemployment rate, greater poverty, miserable weather, inferior food, greater obesity, lousy beaches, lower life expectancy, warm, sudsy beer, bleak economic prospects, and Coronation Street still being in production. Yes, basically they're saying all the bad things, and despite this, they managed to score lower. And the conclusion here just because you've got a strong economy, it doesn't mean that the people within that economy feel that they're happy or their well-being is high. On that last note, would you say so? Yes. So, what would you say to this? Yeah. Do you think someone said this earlier? I think it was Sarah. Just because you have a strong economy doesn't mean that happiness is high.
I agree with that. I live it in a lot of different countries, and I agree. I quite agree with that.
Yeah. So it's interesting to hear. And yeah, and it's true. I'd say. Yeah. So Andrew, would you say it doesn't matter what do you need to be happy, guys? Yeah. So what do we need as people to be happier? What are the Australians missing or scoring lower on, according to that? Yes.
Yeah, it's complicated to say. Even having lots of money doesn't mean to be happy. Yeah? Perhaps happiness is like more something. Yeah, it's really tough to explain. Yeah.
We've got Igor. Igor, what would you say? Yeah. So.
I would say about research. We should look if this research was made, how to say, qualitative.
Qualitative, yeah.
Yeah, I mean good quality. How to say?
No, that's not qualitative. Qualitative is, for example.
No. I want to say good quality. If research was a good quality, how to say in one word good quality?
If it's reliable, if the source is reliable, yeah.
Okay, if the source is source maybe it's reliable, but I mean, who made this research? If the quality of research was good, so we can trust to this research. So they respect all techniques of this to make a research, and how they make this research, and who they selected for answers. So if this research is reliable in the final point. And if yes, so this show us the result. But why that? I don't know. But to be happy, I think you asked, yes?
Yeah. Happy. What do you need to be happy? What do we need to be happy?
To have a goal and to achieve this goal. And after that, to have another goal and to achieve another goal.
It doesn't matter what goal it is. It doesn't matter if it's a career. It doesn't matter if it's personal life, yeah?
This goal should be worth. How to say
worthwhile, yeah?
Worthwhile, yes, goal.
Okay, yeah, so interesting, yeah? Maybe
from your point of view, worthwhile. For example, maybe for you it's worthwhile, but for me it's not worthwhile. But if you think that it's worthwhile, you will be happy that you achieved this goal.
And would you say, for example, then Australians don't have goals, yeah? Or would you say the goals are different?
I would say that research is, it's my point of view, that research maybe it's not correct, or maybe who made this, who made, or another word?
Who conducted the research, yeah?
Who conducted the research, maybe they do not respect all techniques, because I used to work lately in a company that make, that conduct research. They conduct research here in our country, and these companies are international. They operate, so quality of research is very bad.
It's worth noting, though, that this was an Australian organization. So if you're going to cock up the research, you're going to put it in your favor of your nationality. Yeah. So
no. I mean, I worked in an international organization. I do not want to say the name of this organization, but it's well known. Organization that may conduct research. Conduct research worldwide. So I can say that here quality of research wasn't at the great level. So I can conclude that in another country maybe is the same like here, maybe, but maybe not.
No, interesting. Okay, guys. On that note, I've got to go to the next class. But take care. Good to speak with you all, to new faces and other faces, etc. Hopefully I can speak to you later, okay? Or in another session. Take care, guys. See you later.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.